Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into the sizzling drama surrounding paternity secrets and corporate power plays. From Lee Finnegan's relentless quest for answers to Daphne Rose's daring schemes at Forrester Creations, there's no shortage of twists and intrigue. Let's unravel the chaos. At Forrester Creations, Daphne Rose's charm is proving to be as intoxicating as the fragrances she represents. Her ability to captivate Carter Walton is unmatched, and their interactions have left everyone talking. Daphne is more than just a skilled businesswoman, her alluring vibe and subtle flirtations have Carter hooked. She recently sealed a fragrance deal with him, marking yet another win in her ambitious mission to help Steffy Forrester reclaim power at Forrester Creations. But this partnership is far from innocent. Daphne is a key player in Steffy's plan to drive a wedge between Carter and Hope Logan, and the stakes are higher than ever. As Daphne signs on the dotted line, her next steps come into focus. Her goal isn't just to secure business deals, it's to destabilize Carter and Hope's burgeoning relationship. The chemistry between Daphne and Carter is palpable, and it's clear she's using every trick in the book to pull him closer. Steffy's strategy is bold, but it comes with significant risks. If Hope discovers the truth about Daphne's role in this scheme, the fallout could be catastrophic. For now, Daphne is playing her role to perfection, keeping Carter intrigued while subtly nudging him away from Hope. But how long can she maintain the facade? And will Carter fall victim to her charms, or will he see through her ulterior motives before it's too late? Daphne's actions add an intriguing layer to the ongoing battle for control at Forrester Creations. Steffy's determination to reclaim the company for her family has driven her to employ unconventional tactics, and Daphne is her secret weapon. The tension between personal relationships and corporate ambitions is at the heart of this storyline, making every interaction between Daphne, Carter, and Hope fraught with drama. Fans are left wondering whether Steffy's plan will succeed, or if it will blow up in her face, leaving the Forresters more fractured than ever. Meanwhile, at Lee Finnegan's office, the results of the paternity test are finally in, and the tension is unbearable. Lee has been adamant in her accusations, insisting that Jack Finnegan fathered Luna Nozawa during an affair with her sister, Poppy. However, both Jack and Poppy have vehemently denied the claim, maintaining that nothing ever happened between them. As Lee opens the envelope, the weight of her suspicions hangs heavy in the air. This test is a simple yes or no situation, with no percentages or gray areas to leave room for doubt. If the results confirm Jack isn't Luna's father, it will force Lee to confront the possibility that her accusations were unfounded. But even if Jack is cleared, Lee isn't one to let go of a mystery so easily. She's long suspected that Poppy has been hiding something, and this revelation doesn't erase the years of secrecy and evasiveness. Lee vividly recalls how Poppy and Jack were often home with Finn while she worked long hours at the hospital. Jack, of course, is quick to point out that he was also working long hours during that time, but Lee can't shake the feeling that something is amiss. If Jack isn't Luna's father, who is? Lee's determination to uncover the truth only grows stronger, and she may begin to explore a far more unsettling theory: could Finn himself be Luna's father? The possibility of Finn's involvement would turn the entire situation on its head. While it seems unthinkable, the closeness between Poppy and Finn during that time raises questions that Lee can't ignore. Poppy's reluctance to reveal the identity of Luna's biological father only fuels the speculation, leaving Lee to wonder whether her sister has been protecting a far more scandalous secret all along. Finn's perspective on this issue has remained quiet for now, but if Lee begins to connect the dots, the revelation could shatter his world. How would Steffy respond to such a revelation, especially given her unwavering support for Finn and her own family's turbulent history with infidelity? Lee's relentless pursuit of the truth highlights her strength and resilience, but it also underscores the emotional toll this situation has taken on her. Her accusations have strained her relationships with Jack and Poppy, and the revelation that Jack isn't Luna's father may force her to reevaluate everything she thought she knew. Still, Lee isn't one to back down easily. If anything, this development will only deepen her resolve to uncover the full truth about Luna's paternity. With so many unanswered questions, Lee's investigation is far from over, and the answers she finds could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. The tension between Lee, Jack, and Poppy mirrors the high stakes playing out at Forrester Creations, where personal and professional conflicts intertwine in explosive ways. Both storylines revolve around themes of trust, betrayal, and the lengths people will go to protect their secrets. From Daphne's manipulative charm to Lee's unwavering determination, every character is grappling with the consequences of their choices. The emotional depth and complexity of these narratives keep viewers hooked, as each revelation brings new layers of intrigue and drama. As the week unfolds, fans can expect more shocking twists and revelations. Will Daphne succeed in breaking up Carter and Hope, or will her plans backfire spectacularly? Can Lee uncover the truth about Luna's paternity without tearing her family apart? And how will these storylines intersect, creating ripple effects that impact everyone involved? The answers are just around the corner, and the drama promises to be unforgettable. Next, we're diving into a whirlwind of drama at Forrester Creations, Lee's relentless quest for truth, and Bill's secretive decisions. Secrets are being kept, lives are being upended, and emotions are running high. Let's unpack every tantalizing detail. At Forrester Creations, Hope Logan and Carter Walton are riding high on the wave of excitement brought by Daphne Rose's arrival. It's as if the universe answered their prayers by delivering one of the most talented and enigmatic figures in the industry right to their doorstep. She's on another level, Carter marvels, clearly captivated by Daphne's charm and brilliance. Hope agrees wholeheartedly, admitting she's never met anyone quite like Daphne before. There's an undeniable energy around Daphne that seems to breathe new life into every project she touches, and Hope and Carter can't help but feel lucky to have her on board. Yet, beneath their enthusiasm lies an unspoken tension. Could Daphne's allure create complications beyond the professional realm? Carter's musings about Daphne hint at a deeper intrigue. He admits it never even crossed his mind to reach out to her, which makes her sudden appearance all the more serendipitous, or perhaps calculated. Hope, ever the optimist, sees only the potential for greatness in their partnership. But Carter's subtle fascination with Daphne suggests there's more to this dynamic than meets the eye. Is Daphne's arrival truly a stroke of fortune, or is it part of a larger, hidden agenda? As Hope and Carter bask in their excitement, viewers can't help but wonder if Daphne's presence will ultimately bring them closer together, or drive a wedge between them. Meanwhile, over at Bill Spencer's mansion, tension is brewing behind closed doors. Bill has taken extraordinary measures to keep Luna Nozawa hidden from the world, and his frustration is palpable as he yells into his phone, demanding that no one, including his own family, be allowed past the gate. "We can't have any more surprises," he growls, clearly feeling the weight of the secrets he's trying to protect. Luna, however, seems unfazed by Bill's outburst. She points out that she's still technically serving her time, even if it's under unconventional circumstances. Her gratitude toward Bill is evident as she acknowledges the risk he took to help her. "You saved my life," Luna declares, her voice tinged with both sincerity and sadness. For Luna, Bill represents the father figure she always dreamed of having. "Now you see why I wanted you to be my father," she confesses, her words heavy with longing. Luna's admiration for Bill is rooted in her desire for a kind, strong, and successful paternal presence, something she never had with her biological father, Tom Starr. But Bill, ever pragmatic, reminds her that this arrangement is far from a vacation. His decision to remove Luna from prison wasn't driven by sentimentality, but by a sense of duty to protect her. Yet, even as he downplays his actions, it's clear that Luna's words resonate with him. Her gratitude and vulnerability cut through Bill's tough exterior, hinting at a bond that neither of them fully understands. Bill's turmoil is compounded by his isolation from his family. They wouldn't understand, he admits, his voice laced with regret. His actions, though well-intentioned, have created a rift between him and the people he cares about most. Luna, sensing his inner conflict, assures him that he's doing the right thing. But Bill's unease lingers. His decision to hide Luna may have saved her life, but it's also left him grappling with the consequences of his secrecy. As the pressure mounts, viewers are left to wonder how long Bill can maintain this facade before everything comes crashing down. Back at Lee Finnegan's office, emotions are boiling over as Lee confronts Jack and Poppy Nozawa with the results of the paternity test. Jack, exasperated, insists that Lee's accusations are baseless. "You've lost it," he snaps, his frustration evident as he defends himself against her relentless claims. Poppy echoes his sentiment, calling the entire situation insane. But Lee refuses to back down. To her, their protests only make them look guiltier. "The paternity test will bring out the truth," she declares, her voice resolute. Lee's determination to uncover the truth is fueled by years of suspicion and unresolved pain. She recalls the nights when she was working long shifts at the hospital, leaving Poppy and Jack home alone together with Finn. Those memories, combined with Poppy's evasiveness about Luna's biological father, have left Lee convinced that something happened between her ex-husband and her sister. Jack, however, is quick to point out that he, too, was working long hours during that time. But Lee isn't swayed. "You're protesting too much, just like guilty cheaters do," she accuses, her words cutting like a knife. The tension in the room is palpable as Jack and Poppy continue to deny any wrongdoing. "This isn't even possible," Poppy insists, her voice tinged with both anger and disbelief. But Lee remains unconvinced. Her accusations, though bold, are rooted in a deep sense of betrayal. She sees the paternity test as her last chance to uncover the truth and bring closure to a mystery that has haunted her for years. Yet, even as she awaits the results, Lee can't shake the feeling that there's more to this story than meets the eye. The confrontation between Lee, Jack, and Poppy is a masterclass in emotional drama. Lee's unwavering determination clashes with Jack's indignant denials and Poppy's attempts to defend herself, creating a storm of conflicting emotions. As the truth inches closer to the surface, the stakes have never been higher. Will the paternity test vindicate Jack and Poppy, or will it reveal a secret that shatters their fragile family dynamic? And if the results don't provide the answers Lee is looking for, how far will she go to uncover the truth? As the drama unfolds across these storylines, the tension is almost unbearable. From Daphne's mysterious arrival at Forrester Creations to Bill's secretive dealings with Luna and Lee's relentless pursuit of answers, every character is grappling with the consequences of their choices. The emotional stakes are sky-high, and the potential for explosive revelations keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Next, we'll explore Steffy Forrester's deep-rooted obsession with her parents' relationship and how her nostalgia may be clouding her judgment. From her skewed recollections of childhood to her unrealistic expectations, this journey into Steffy's psyche reveals more than meets the eye. Let's get started. Steffy's version of her childhood is far from the truth, and her romanticized memories have warped into an unrealistic fantasy. She envisions an ideal family life where Ridge and Taylor were happily married, present, and devoted parents who raised her in a loving and supportive environment. But the reality couldn't be further from this rosy image. Steffy conveniently forgets that much of her early life was riddled with chaos. Sheila's violent actions, including the infamous moment when she shot Taylor, shattered any semblance of stability. Afterward, Brooke and Ridge took on the responsibility of raising Steffy and her siblings. Even then, Steffy and her brother eventually ended up in boarding school, far removed from the idyllic family life she seems determined to recreate in her mind. This constant rewriting of her history seems to stem from Steffy's desire to create a perfect narrative that aligns with her goals. The fantasy she's constructed about her parents being a united and happy couple not only ignores the tumultuous reality of their relationship, but also undermines her own experiences. It's as though she's trying to fill in the gaps of her past with an idealized version of what she wishes her childhood had been. This disconnect between memory and reality raises questions about how much of Steffy's current motivations are rooted in unresolved trauma and unfulfilled emotional needs. Her insistence on reuniting her parents may have less to do with their happiness and more to do with her need to reclaim a sense of control over a chaotic past. At the heart of Steffy's obsession lies her unwavering belief that Ridge is the perfect man for Taylor. Despite acknowledging his decades of waffling between Brooke and Taylor, Steffy continues to put her father on a pedestal. She views him as the glue that could hold her family together, conveniently ignoring the damage his indecision has caused. Ridge's repeated pattern of treating Taylor as a second choice whenever things went south with Brooke is a glaring red flag, but Steffy refuses to see it. Instead, she justifies his actions and clings to the hope that this time, things will be different. Her determination to see her parents reunited is less about their actual compatibility and more about her need to win a symbolic victory over the Logans. This need to win against the Logans seems to fuel much of Steffy's motivation. Her insistence that her family is better together feels like an extension of her rivalry with Hope and Brooke, rather than a genuine desire for her parents' happiness. Steffy's need to validate the Forrester name by reuniting Ridge and Taylor speaks to her deep-seated insecurities about her family's legacy. It's as if she believes that bringing her parents back together will somehow erase the years of conflict and turmoil, creating the perfect family she's always longed for. However, this perspective blinds her to the reality of her parents' toxic dynamic and the harm it could cause if they were to reunite under false pretenses. Steffy's blind spot when it comes to her parents is particularly troubling, given her own experiences with Ridge's behavior. She has openly acknowledged the ways her father has played both women for decades, yet she continues to make excuses for him. This cognitive dissonance is a testament to how deeply ingrained her childhood fantasy has become. Steffy's reluctance to hold Ridge accountable for his actions not only perpetuates the cycle of dysfunction, but also undermines her own agency. By excusing Ridge's flaws and prioritizing his relationship with Taylor over her mother's well-being, Steffy inadvertently diminishes Taylor's worth. Instead of demanding better for her mother, she accepts the status quo, reinforcing the idea that Taylor should settle for being Ridge's second choice. Taylor's own history of abandonment further complicates this dynamic. When Ridge chose Brooke over her, Taylor often retreated, leaving her children behind to cope with the fallout. This pattern of avoidance has left lasting scars on Steffy, even if she refuses to acknowledge them. Steffy's desire to reunite her parents may be driven by a subconscious need to heal the wounds left by Taylor's absences. However, this attempt to rewrite history ignores the complexities of her parents' relationship and the pain it has caused. Instead of addressing these issues head-on, Steffy clings to a narrative that paints her parents as victims of circumstance rather than active participants in their own dysfunction. As much as Steffy has achieved in her life, a successful career, a loving marriage, and a strong circle of friends, she remains tethered to this childhood fantasy. Her inability to let go of the past not only hinders her personal growth, but also places unnecessary pressure on her parents to fulfill a role they're no longer suited for. Steffy's fixation on recreating a picture-perfect family blinds her to the reality that Taylor and Ridge are better off apart. Her rose-colored glasses prevent her from seeing that Taylor deserves more than to be Ridge's fallback option whenever things go wrong with Brooke. By refusing to let go of this fantasy, Steffy is doing a disservice not only to her parents, but to herself. Hope Logan, in contrast, serves as an example of someone who refuses to settle for less. Hope's insistence on demanding better for herself and her relationships stands in stark contrast to Steffy's acceptance of mediocrity when it comes to her parents. While Steffy remains trapped in her idealized version of the past, Hope looks forward, striving to create a future that aligns with her values. Steffy could learn a lot from Hope's ability to prioritize her own happiness over outdated notions of family unity. Instead of trying to recreate a childhood she never had, Steffy should focus on building a healthier, more realistic relationship with her parents, one that acknowledges their flaws while setting boundaries that protect her own well-being. Ultimately, Steffy's journey is a cautionary tale about the dangers of living in the past. Her desire to rewrite history and create a fantasy version of her family has left her blind to the realities of her parents' relationship. While her intentions may be noble, her actions risk perpetuating the very dysfunction she's trying to escape. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues to explore these themes, fans are left wondering whether Steffy will ever take off her rose-colored glasses and see her parents for who they truly are. Will she continue to chase an unattainable ideal, or will she finally embrace the messy, imperfect reality of her family? Stay tuned for more drama, revelations, and emotional breakthroughs as Steffy's journey unfolds. Because in the world of the bold and the beautiful, nothing is ever as perfect, or as simple, as it seems.